Chapter 6. David's Ordeal. Meanwhile, David awoke in a nightmare of his own. He was nailed to a mock crucifix in a mine shaft, his body aching from the pain. Summoning every ounce of strength, he managed to pull himself free, bloodied and weak. He stumbled through the dark tunnels, his mind focused on escape. Eventually, he emerged into the cold night air, the vast emptiness of the outback stretching before him. He walked for hours, driven by sheer willpower until he collapsed from exhaustion. In his delirium, he remembered happier times with Emily and Jessica. He thought about his family back home and how worried they must be. These thoughts kept him going, one painful step at a time. Chapter 7. The Final Stand. Jessica, trapped back at the camp, fought with every ounce of strength she had left. She managed to slip free of her bonds and ran into the bush, Jack hot on her trail. She flagged down a passing car, but Jack intercepted them, killing the driver and dragging Jessica back once more. In a final act of desperation, Jessica commandeered another car, but Jack was relentless. He forced her off the road, and she met a gruesome end at his hands. Emily, still hiding, witnessed Jack's brutality from a distance. Her mind raced with thoughts of how to escape and avenge her friends. She knew she couldn't take Jack head-on, but she needed a plan. Chapter 8. Emily's Last Stand. Gathering her courage, Emily decided to take the fight to Jack. She found a tool shed and armed herself with anything she could find. As she moved through the camp, she set small fires to create distractions. Jack, noticing the chaos, began to search for the intruder. Emily confronted Jack, using the element of surprise to her advantage. They fought viciously, and Emily managed to wound Jack. However, Jack was tough and experienced. He overpowered her and dragged her back to the camp. Bound once again, Emily felt her hope dwindling. Jack taunted her, enjoying her fear. But Emily, drawing on her last reserves of strength and determination, managed to free herself one final time. She attacked Jack with a piece of broken glass, but she was still no match for Jack. Jack grabbed a metal pole and knocked Emily unconscious. Chapter 9. David's Rescue. David was eventually found by a Swedish couple traveling through the outback. They took him to safety, and he was airlifted to a hospital. Traumatized and barely alive, David was the only survivor of the horrifying ordeal. The police investigation that followed found no trace of Emily or Jessica, and Jack Taylor remained at large. Despite extensive searches, no evidence was found to link him to the crimes. The outback, vast and unforgiving, kept its secrets well. Epilogue. Months later, David was cleared of any suspicion in the case, but he could find no peace. The memories of that night haunted him, and the knowledge that Jack Taylor was still out there, somewhere, cast a dark shadow over his life. In the vast, empty expanse of the Australian outback, Jack Taylor continued his wanderings, a predator in an endless sea of red earth and scrub, always ready to strike again.